GoPro Hero Lit. Update. Yes, firmware update 2.0. Oh my God, they're updating this thing. I didn't expect that. Oh, the 9th of December, we got an update. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the channel. Today we were talking about GoPro Hero Lit in particular. I got these other cameras out here just to show you the size difference of this bad boy. I've been meaning to do another video on the Lit and just to let you know my opinion, because this camera has very minimal coverage on YouTube and stuff like that. Now, not too many folks are talking about it. That's kind of why it has me a little more intrigued to see what this camera can do. Is it overpriced for what it is? Yes. I did buy it used from Best Buy. $199, $197 is what I picked it up for. I really enjoy having this thing around me. I don't know if it's like a fetish thing or just the way it feels. I don't know what it is about it. I don't expect much from this camera, but when I do get good video footage, I kind of get very excited about that. I don't know what it is. It's a me thing. I don't know. Sorry. Let's first talk about the firmware, if you're interested in that, what was updated. The firmware update, I put it on here screen here, what it says. It added a new mode called Sport POV. New 4K 60 frames per second, or 50. Delivers wide-angled footage, perfect for action sports and immersive POV captures. And then it fixed something that said, adds the ability for the device to remember the date and time after battery is depleted, ensuring accurate timestamps on recordings without needing to reset the clock. Filming and your battery runs out from depletion, it was losing some type of timestamp on that video. And then the general other bug fixes and improvements. That could be like anything and everything. The new feature called Sport POV. It is a new thing to select when I'll show you on here on the camera. So I'm gonna show you video of this, what it looks like. I had it set up in my car at night, and I did a video of it before the update, and I did a video after the update. How I describe this new Sport POV is if I take the image and I actually just squish it, I squish it right here, that's what it looks like. So it'll give you a different look, no doubt, and I will play with that more as I go through this. But that's what it is, and I don't know if somebody asked for that or they just came up with it on their own. All I know is I do appreciate the GoPro coming out and giving improvements, adding some features to cameras they already put out. Love that when manufacturers do that. Here are some size comparisons. This is the Go Ultra, the GoPro Hero 13, DJI Nano. So a lot smaller, a lot different style of camera. I like the fact that I can put this in my pocket. Everything the camera can do. It's all right here, right there. If I go for a run with any of these POV style pull-out cameras, I have no screen and I'm stuck with either one or two clicks, what I have it pre-programmed to do, which is fine. The image quality on both of these is better than the GoPro Hero Lit. But I'll tell you about the image quality. It's not all about the bigger sensor these have, which is great. And I wouldn't get rid of these cameras for this camera, but GoPro Lit Hero has a different look, and it has a look also that I like, that I use a extra filter that GoPro provides in their software, and that's Keel, K-E-E-L. All right, so running with these two different cameras. Again, this one I could see the back screen, change everything I want to change. This guy, two options, but you can do that. The GoPro Hero Lit, it is a very wide look. I do like it for cinematic shots. So if you go out and about and you want to get that wide angle pan look, it does a good job for that. Of course, it needs a lot of sun, a lot of brightness to get a good quality image. The darker it gets, not so great. That's why we have a little light right here to turn on. So if you're in that outdoor scene, you can get that quick POV style headshot that you want to grab with the light. interesting concept. I don't put it past them for adding it on to this guy later on. What if we could develop not just one power light right here, but what if we went all around the GoPro, like a little box, hidden type of beam of LED lights that you can use, almost like a circle. But I could see more cameras coming up with that, because still using all these cameras, even the DJI and the Insta and low light, they're better. They're really, really good for what they are today. They really, for the software wise, they've really gotten a lot better. But if you're doing that POV shot, you're still going to have that kind of like, I don't know, palish look of not so great. So any type of light source is going to help out a lot. And knowing that this camera does horrible at night, putting a light on it gives it something to use to get a better shot. So I go back again. Who is this camera for? It is for the younger audience. The ones that are not really into all bunch of cameras and doing stuff on the computer and stuff like that. It is for the quick, younger generation. Attach it to their helmet, do some skateboarding stuff, swimming, snorkeling, something crazy. They don't want to put their phones at risk, but they want to do something where they want to get the shot, put it on their phone, send it to their friends. That is kind of what this camera is built for. And if you're out at night and you want to grab a shot with your friends and you're at a party and it's low light, then you have a light that you can use to get a decent type of old school shot. Now, I say old school retro stuff. When I talk about the image of this camera, it kind of reminds me of old school style of videos. If you have teenagers, you'll know that some of them are into this retro stuff. They have record players. They're buying old digital cameras. Like, I mean, the old point and shoots to get that retro look. My generation is running away because we always want to get better and have better quality image. These kids are going back to the 90s and grabbing our cameras then and getting that different style look. I guess it's like us going back to film, something like that. What I'm trying to say is the image quality of here may not be like the Nano or Insta360 where we have HDR. We're able to pump up the shadows, or we're able to get the highlights going in the background. Everything looks almost perfect. This is more of that older GoPro Hero 7 look where we're getting some dynamic range, but it's kind of blown out in the background, but that's okay. We're getting a nice clean image in the sunlight of whatever our subject is. And sometimes that looks different, or maybe it's a style, a taste that looks different that you may like. All that being said, this is I'm having fun with this camera for $200. I have it with me all the time, and it's a flashlight when you need it in your bag. You don't have to turn the camera on. You can just use the flashlight to look for stuff. Open up the quick app on your phone, grab the footage from the camera. It downloads it from the camera to your phone, and then when the quick app,
this is GoPro Hero Lit,
automatically stabilizes the footage, and then you can go into edit, and you can put a filter on. You can put the keel on, and then once I have that on, I could then download that onto my phone, and then I have the image that I want. I have it stabilized, and I have the look I want right there, and I'm done. And then from there, if I want to, I could take that off my phone and airdrop it to my computer, something like that, and use it on my timeline. So the second way to do this, is I find this easier, is actually to go ahead and get, if you buy it from GoPro Direct, you actually get this already, the subscription to their cloud service. I bought it for $24 or $25 through GoPro because I wanted to try this route for you guys. But that seems to be a lot cleaner. You take your camera, you film all day long, you come home, plug your camera into a power source, it automatically will start connecting and uploading to the cloud. You can go into your computer and go into your account where you have all your media, and then you can pull up what it downloaded from there. So if you go into your phone on the Quick app and you do all your editing like you did before, that will get uploaded to the cloud. Takes a little bit, and then you can go to your computer and see what you've done and edit it, and it's already right there on your computer. You skip that step of doing stuff on your phone, downloading on your phone, and then moving it to your laptop. So the cloud kind of handles that part of it. It's all up there to use. You can edit on your phone, you can edit on your computer. It fixes up in the cloud, and that's what you get up in the cloud and the image you have out there. For $24, it wasn't that much for the year. I'm going to try it. I could also use my GoPro 13 with that too combined, so I can have both cameras shooting up to the cloud. You can also put other footage if I want to use my Insta360 Ultra and send that up there to the cloud too. They give you a certain amount of footage or a certain amount of data you can put on there from other cameras. These are unlimited on how much stuff you store. Where they get you is that the more you put up there and the more you have up there that you don't want to lose, then you're going to continue to pay for that cloud service as years go by. So that's kind of the catch, is that once they got all your stuff and holding it for you, then they don't want you to leave. It's not very complicated in the menu system. It's very straightforward. You want slow-mo, you want video, you want to take a photo, and now you got this sport POV, which is a little bit different look, and that's all your choices. 4K 60 or 4K 30, or you could dumb it down to 1080p, but who wouldn't do that? Let me show you some of the footage I got on a trip, just to show you what it can do and can't do, and let you be the judge of what you think this looks like. Sorry, that's a lot of talking for the Lit GoPro Hero Lit, but not sponsored at all, because I had to buy two of them.
We're taking in the sunlight, and everything is alright. We're taking in the sunlight, 'cause everything is alright. Heat wave got me on track like a replay now. It's Sunday, so we lay back. It's a cliche, but it's alright in the summer. Alright in the summer. Now I can see sunlight. Hard times are over, bringing me closer to the fun. So run it back one time. Shade was taking over, now sun shines on my shoulders. Summer's almost over. I'm taking in the sunlight, and everything is alright. We're taking in the sunlight, 'cause everything is alright.
All right, welcome back, and for some reason I can't let the Go Lit Hero, I can't let it be. I can't let it be what it be. All right, so we have the Go Ultra, we have the DJI Nano, and we have the Go Lit. Light is not on. I can put it on just to say it's on. Give it all its capabilities. But right now I'm using the internal microphones for each camera. I've got to run through them as we go along here, and then I'll mic up here with the Ultra. So that's the plan right now. Like a sponge. Oh. All right, sport POV.
Was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold.
And then we'll take a look of how the face looks of sport POV. If it's squished down, am I squished? I don't know, am I squished? And then we'll take a look of how the face looks on sport POV. If it's squished down, am I squished? I don't know, am I squished? This is Prattville. Christmas trees. I think Sport POV has that where it squished it down and it has that very wacky feel to it. Does it have that same wacky feel? Let's go back. This. I really enjoyed using the GoPro Lit a lot more than I thought I ever would. Anyway, sport POV right here inside of a hotel room. I don't have the light on, maybe I need to have that. Here's the light. I tend to grab this camera more frequently in my bag than I do other action cameras. I don't know why, it's just fun to use. I like downloading the footage from the camera to my phone, putting a quick filter on top and calling it a day. I love the skin tones of this camera with the Keel filter outside on a sunshiny day. It tends to, I guess, mask any blemishes you may have on your face. 6, 7.